So I was just taking pictures from that corner of the road, and the security guard started tapping on the window, tapping away and shaking his finger no. And I'm like, no what? Us photographers, we're hardly badasses. We're harmless. We wander around with sticks and awkward-looking vests. Yet it always seems like we're getting chased off of land, out of museums, cliff edges, in some cases, sidewalks. Ooh, I could get used to this. I don't ever want to become more spoiled than I already am, but it is so nice that somebody just brought me breakfast in my room at the Westin here in Houston, and that I've got a beautiful breakfast and I'm sitting here editing and I didn't have to do anything. I think I'm already spoiled, let's be honest. I'm gonna eat this breakfast and then I think Matt and I are gonna head down to Galveston today. So we're down in Galveston now, and we're at the pier, at the Pleasure Pier. I'm treating today kind of like a location scouting day, trying to find cool places to photograph. It's not open. And we're doing a little bit of travel, and no, it's not open probably until like 11. Nobody else wakes up this early except for photographers and bloggers.
Pleasure. Where's my pleasure?
We were promised pleasure. Anyways, we're not getting pleasure, but yeah, it's cool down here. I've been to Galveston before, but I don't remember it being like this. It's a beach town. It kind of feels almost like the Jersey Shore. A bit of a problem that I think you guys can see right now is it's so hot outside that my camera totally just got foggy. The condensation's crazy. But the craziest part is, usually it just happens on the front of the lens, but it's so hot and the change from inside to outside is so hot that I think there's actually condensation on the sensor, which is not good at all. So I'm sorry for the foggy footage. Obviously I miss Jody every day, but from a photography standpoint, it's days like this that I really definitely miss Jody, because I love shooting portraits under piers like this. There's really nice light, there's nice symmetry, there's all nice lines. It's just such a great place to shoot portraits, but I'm not gonna take portraits of Matt. And no offense to Matt. So as you guys know, I'm on a diet, so I just went to get fuel, like gas for the car. What did you just do?
I got what may be the best looking donuts I have ever seen in my life. It's super old school, like from the 1920s, all Eastern European. And look at this beast. Oh my God. Oh my God. That's a fritter, and that's a bomb.
This is making me so sad. Is it good?
It's the best thing I've ever seen.
Just tell me it's terrible.
It's the best thing man has ever done.
I said tell me it's terrible.
Space flight, that's great. Oil vaccine. No, this wins. This is so good.
Speaking of space flight, that's the next stop. We're gonna head to the Johnson Space Center for some science. And maybe they'll teach me the science of how to make donuts healthy. We made it to the Space Center and I'm so excited, except for Matt keeps ruining my fun because I keep calling it a spaceship. And he keeps going, no, it's a space shuttle. He's all technical and I don't do technical. It's a spaceship and we're gonna go fly to space now. At least I'm pretty sure that's how this place works. We're doing like a tour around, and when you do a tour around, you go on these like shuttles. And obviously you're with a bunch of people because it needs to be controlled at a place like this. And it's fascinating. I'm really, really interested in all this stuff. I didn't expect to be as as enthused about everything, but yeah, I'm super stoked here. I think we're heading into the training facility now. Crazy stuff. When do I get to go to space though? So we're at stop number 2, but this is the rocket, or the type of rocket, because it obviously couldn't be this one because it would have exploded. This is the rocket that took people to the moon, which is crazy. Found the rocket, now I just gotta find out how to fly there. We're at a place not far from the Space Center called Kima Boardwalk, and it just like hammered down with rain and it's cooled things off, and it's actually really nice right now. We're gonna go explore a little bit here. I don't think I expected Galveston area or Houston to be like this. It reminds me a lot of places like the Jersey Shore, like the Florida Keys. And yeah, there's lots to do. There's beaches, there's piers, there's boardwalks, there's roller coasters and stuff like that. So yeah, we're gonna check things out and then head back to Houston. We're back at the Westin in Houston, and I'm doing some work, getting some vlog edits done, and filming the voiceover intro that I've been doing recently. And first of all, I want to know, what do you guys think of these intros? I started doing them because I kind of miss travel writing. You know, I started as a travel writer, and I missed the challenge of travel writing, of making something interesting about everything, about every day. And I'm loving this challenge of trying to write something cool every single day that can fit into like 20 seconds. So it's a fun challenge for me. I want to know what you guys think of it. But how I film them is hilarious. This is my bed. I'm going to take you into bed with me. When you don't have a studio, you have to make the most of your spaces. So how I film these intros is literally under the duvet of whatever hotel I'm in. And I won't be able to do it properly because I'm holding on to the gimbal. But essentially what I do is I tuck myself under the duvet like this, because just like light and photography, you need to have softness with good audio. So to get the really good audio without having a studio or a great mic, I kind of make myself a little bit of a blanket fort. Anyways, blanket fort fun over. I want to photograph this cool building downtown Houston, but I think it's gonna be busy on a Saturday night, so I'm actually gonna do something I don't usually do on the vlog, which is carry this over to tomorrow. So tomorrow morning at sunrise, we'll go and photograph this building I want to shoot. Slept hard last night, and I'm downtown Houston. Dallas had some really great skylines, but I kind of didn't want this show to turn into the skyline show where I just photograph skyline after skyline, which is why I haven't shot a skyline here in Houston. But I went on to Trover last night to try to find, I don't know, a cool architectural location. And I came across this. This is, I guess all these buildings are owned by Chevron, but there's this cool ring here, and there's the opportunity for some cool architectural shots, I think. Of course, I don't have a tilt shift lens, which could be a bit of a problem, but I think I could have some fun here. So I was just taking pictures from that corner of the road, and the security guard started tapping on the window. tapping away and shaking his finger no. And he didn't come out to tell me specifically what the deal was, but I'm assuming he didn't want me to have a tripod and camera there, which confuses me completely because this is a sidewalk, this is public space, so a security guard can't tell you that unless you're blocking a door. I honestly, I have no idea, to be honest, but I'm treading carefully now because I don't want to stir stuff up. So I've come to the other side of the road, and yeah, it's nice here, it's beautiful. It's a great photo location. It's just a bit of a shame that they won't let you take pictures from the sidewalk. So I'm standing on the road now, which is definitely public domain. So a lot of times I find myself struggling a little bit with these obvious shots, the big wide open lens, because everything looks, I don't know, smaller than it is. And I'm struggling a little bit with composition. So I've switched on my 40mm lens, a lens I'd never take pictures with. I use it only for vlogging. And I'm gonna throw it, I threw it on the 5D Mark IV. And I'm gonna see if I can pick out some details. Again, I've got security now watching me at one building there and one here. So I've got to stay on the road, which is definitely public. So this might be tricky. Security's still watching me. Anyways, I know that I didn't get anything spectacular, but I did get a couple of photos eventually. But I do want to talk about what happened or what's going on and legality and law and rights and all these things. It seems like, to me, and I'm totally just guessing, this one building of the Chevron is on its own little island. And the sidewalk in Houston has, it looks like this. If we go to the other side, and I'm not going to go there because security's going to yell at me again, the sidewalk's different over there. It looks like it is part of their property, but the sidewalk goes right up to here. So I think legally speaking, they're telling me that that's private property, even this, including the sidewalk, which is normally public domain. So I went right to the edge, to the curb, because the curb is definitely public domain, even if they do, and I'm still a little bit, I don't know, I still don't believe it for sure, even if they do own the sidewalk completely. And it is possible they own the sidewalk completely because they do have like a little garden thing that goes almost all the way to the edge of the curb, which I think you would only be allowed to do if you own the sidewalk. So I think that's the legality of it. And I think that as photographers, you kind of have to know your rights and you have to stand your ground. Security might be telling you you can't stand on the sidewalk, but you can definitely set up on the curb. There's nothing illegal about that. Now, the point I want to make though is if you're trying to make money from photography, especially commercially, it doesn't matter. As cool a shot as this is, it's a commercial building and there's property rights attached to it. So I can't sell the images I took today commercially. I could sell them editorially, but I can't sell them commercially without getting a property rights release from Chevron. So I think pick your battles as a photographer. As photographers, sometimes we're constantly thinking about getting the coolest shot rather than thinking about getting the most sellable shot. So if you're new to photography, that's an important lesson. Don't just go for the cool shots, go for the ones you think you can sell. And I can't sell those images unless maybe editorially. So yeah, that's what happened this morning. A little bit of a battle, a little bit of an unnecessary battle, because who does it really harm if I set up a tripod on a sidewalk at 5 in the morning? But everybody's got their rights. And yeah, I think it's time to end today's vlog. Tomorrow, or actually today in an hour, I'm gonna start the next vlog and we're heading to San Antonio, which I'm really looking forward to. I've never been and it looks amazing. See you there. Peace.